Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be going through all of my makeup empties. These are all of the makeup products that I used up in 2018. So this is not including skincare, hair care, body care, anything like that. These are like literal makeup products. You get what I'm saying. I hoarded these all year long so I could calculate up how much value in my makeup I use up each year. And as 2018 was the first year I ever attempted a project pan, and I was just really curious to kind of dig into like the data of it, if that makes sense. So I'm first going to kind of organize these products a little bit more. I brought this out just to show you. I used up the e.l.f. makeup mist and set, but then I poured what was left in this Project Beauty Spray Set Go in this bottle. So I'm going to be using this to show as my empties, but there is liquid in it, but it's not this product, if that makes sense. But I'm just going to sort through these products. Okay, I zoomed out a little bit, so now I think you can see my leg maybe here. Sorry about that. This is all of my products organized. So I went through 2 sprays, 2 sample size primers, 2 foundations, 4 brow products, 12 mascaras, 1 lip balm, and 2 eyeliners. So when I look at it like this, I feel like I really didn't do that great of a job. I used up 25 makeup products, 13 of which were non-cruelty free and 12 of which were cruelty free. I haven't talked about this too much on my channel yet because there will be a video about it, but I am transitioning to be a cruelty free beauty consumer. So I decided to throw that stat in just to see like how much non-cruelty free products that I was using up and that I won't be repurchasing them, so they're gone from my collection forever. The total of this pile that I used up is $382.23 in makeup products. And I did, like, for all the samples and stuff, I calculated what these were worth. But I'm going to quickly go through all of these products. So I will zoom in now. So first up, I'm not showing these in the order that I used them up, but you know. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. This retails for $4, and this was really nice for taking away that powdery look, like if you go a little too heavy-handed with powder, but this does not make your makeup last any longer. It's not like the Urban Decay all-nighter or anything like that, but it is really nice and something I would consider repurchasing because it is so affordable. I used up the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This was in my 2018 project pan. This is a full-size product and retails for 39 Canadian dollars. I really love this product and I miss it so much in my collection, but because it is $39, I really need to think about it and see if I can justify this. It is more than water spraying on your face. I don't know how to explain it. It's so hydrating. Even in the summer when my skin is super oily, it just feels really nice, and makeup applies over top of this really well. I always used this in conjunction with another primer, and I want it back so bad, but it's just one of those things that's so pricey. I think I'm going to look into more affordable options and test them out, but this is something that I'm missing. So I don't know, it's a hard thing to choose whether I'm going to purchase it again or not, if that makes sense. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi, sorry I'm blinding you, Lumi Cushion Foundation in the shade W2. This retails for $24.99 in Canada, at least it was at the time that I bought it. I haven't looked again. And this only has 0.51 fluid ounces, so that makes this like a $50 foundation if you were to compare it to like a full 1 ounce size product. And that's just way too much money to be spending at the drugstore especially. I used up every last bit of this because it was so expensive. I flipped the cushion over and over again. I even took the cushion out and dug my brush in around the edges. Like, I made sure that there was literally nothing left. Like, there's nothing. I really did like this foundation. It's medium coverage. It has a healthy luminosity. It's not as luminous as the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, like in the pump bottle, which I do still own. I really like this even on my oily skin. It just looked really healthy and fresh, but L'Oreal is not cruelty free, so I will not be repurchasing. This Revlon ColorStay for combo oily skin in the shade 150 Buff was in my 18 and 2018 as well. It looks like there's some product left in the bottom, but it's really stuck in there. Like, I can't pump any more out, so I'm saying that this is done. This is one of my absolute favorite foundations. I'm really sad to see it go, and I'm sad that I can't repurchase it because Revlon is not cruelty free. This holds up really well on combo oily skin. That is who it's made for, but it's still nice to know that it works really well, and I'm gonna miss this a lot. And this shade match is pretty much perfect for me. It has like a really like neutrally olive type undertone, well, like this shade 150 does, and it's just a really good tone for me. And this retails for $20.99. I went through 4 brow products. These 2 were in my 18 and 2018 project pan. The first is the ABH Brow Whiz. This was in the shade dark brown. This was a full size and retails for 27 Canadian dollars. This is my favorite brow pencil for when my brows are like freshly waxed and much thinner than they are right now. I do have naturally like thick full brows, so I don't need something this fine and precise when my brows are looking a little crazy, but I did already repurchase this. I went through a sample size of the Clear Brow Gel by ABH. This is my favorite eyebrow gel that I've ever tried. This is like Stronghold hairspray for your brows, and if you do have thick unruly brows like I do currently, then this is the product you need. I've been testing out a few other ones, trying to find something a little more affordable, but I haven't found one as good as this yet. And when I adjust for the sample size, this was worth $8.53. I went through 2 drugstore brow gels. The first is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in the shade light to medium. This is my favorite brow gel from the drugstore that has fibers in it, and I wish I could repurchase this, but again, L'Oreal is not cruelty free, which is super disappointing. This has good hold, and then those fibers really give you that like bushy, feathery type of look, if that makes sense, and I really like that style of brows, so I've been missing this in my collection a lot. And this retails for $8.25. I also went through the Maybelline Brow Drama in soft brown. This retails for $11.99, and I did like this. I like that it had a tint, and because I have thicker brows, I actually did like the ball on the end of this product, but a lot of people did not because it was bigger than their eyebrows, but it actually worked out pretty well for me. It doesn't have super great hold, but the way the bristles were on the brush and the tinted color of this filled in your brows a little bit. So I could go in with just this for a super natural brow look, and I really did like that. I went through 2 sample size primers. The first is this Too Faced HangoveRX primer, and after using this I actually went and purchased the full-size product because I liked it so much. It is just a really nice, lightweight, hydrating primer. Even if you have combo oily skin like I do, it's nice to hydrate your skin before going over top of it with makeup. It just makes makeup apply better. And when I adjust for the size, this was worth $5.25. This primer would not die. I had this in my 18 and 2018 Project Pan. I need to sit down a little closer, sorry. And I didn't finish this until December 6th. That's how long this lasted. And it's because I couldn't use it every single day. I just really didn't like it that much. I found my foundation slipped over top of it, like it was too silicone-y that my foundation wouldn't like adhere to it, if that makes sense. It did fill in my pores really well. Maybe if your skin wasn't quite as oily as mine, you might like it a little more. And this one I adjusted for the size of it is still worth $14 because this is 1/4 of an ounce. I used up this lip balm from Melaleuca. This is a membership only wellness company. I'm not a member of them anymore, but this is like my favorite lip balm type brand, I don't know, that I've ever used. So I'm really disappointed that this was my very last one. They have SPF, they're super moisturizing, and I love their different like scents or flavors or something. But I can't buy this anymore, and I don't know the exact price of this, but I estimated it to be about $5. I do know that their beauty products were on the more expensive side. Let's get these two eyeliners out of the way before we dive into the 503 mascaras I used up. The first is this Revlon ColorStay liquid eye pen. This retails for $10.99, and I just really didn't like this. I used it quite a bit, like enough to call it done, not decluttered, but the felt tip on this is really thick and inflexible, so I had a really hard time using this. So regardless of if it's cruelty free or not, it's not something I would repurchase. And then I used every last drop out of this Kat Von D tattoo liner in my Project Pan. I used this up pretty soon into my Project Pan, like at the end of January last year, before all the drama happened, and I did mention that I would repurchase it because this is my favorite black eyeliner, but I do not support Kat Von D anymore. The tip is just super fine and flexible. It's actually a brush tip, although it stays together so well, it almost looks like a felt tip liner. Super black, super easy to make a wing, and it's not too expensive. This retails for $25, which I mean, it's a lot for an eyeliner. And I'm sad to say that I will not be repurchasing this. It's definitely a product I miss, but not worth buying because of the company. Okay, let's go through the minis first, I guess. So I went through 7 mini mascaras. Let's just go down the line that I have them in the order of my spreadsheet, which isn't really the order I use them up in, but whatever. So this is the MAC in Extreme Dimension Black Lash. I estimated this to be about $6.92 because they didn't have the mils on here. I did not really like this. The brush is super large and very spiky, like literally hurts my eyes using this because you want to get the mascara to the base of your lash line, but it was like stabbing my waterline and making my eyes water, and I really didn't like that. Like, I wasn't poking myself in the eyeball with this, but it was really irritating my waterline and stuff, so I did not really like this, but I used it up. I don't like to waste mascaras. The Lancome Hypnose Drama. This is quite a big sample size. This retails for $18, and I really didn't like this too much. It's super fragrant. It smells like straight up perfume, and I hate fragranced mascaras. Like, it just irritates my eyes. If you get watery eyes at all and the mascara kind of dampens again and gets in your eyeball, it burns so bad. It burns to take it off. I hated it, but I finished it up. It has a weird wand as well. Didn't like that. The Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara, this retails for $15 for this size. This is one of my favorite mascaras of all time, and I did repurchase. It has this really big fluffy wand, gives you insane volume, and it has a bit of like an hourglass shape, like it's a little more pinched there in the center and bigger on the ends. I really love this mascara a lot, and I'm working through the full size that I purchased after this currently. The Clinique High Impact Mascara, this size is worth $8.33, and this was nothing special. It has a really tightly packed natural bristle wand, and it just didn't do anything too great for my lashes. So again, Clinique is not cruelty free either. Neither is MAC or Lancome. Marc Jacobs Beauty is. So, but I wouldn't have repurchased this anyways. The Makeup Forever Excessive Lash, again, non-cruelty free. This would retail for $9.12. Again, these are in Canadian dollars in case you didn't know I'm Canadian. This has a really like skinny natural bristle wand, also pretty tightly packed, but not as big and fluffy as the Clinique one, like not as fat of a wand, I guess, compared to the Clinique one. And this was nothing special anyways. The Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, I really like this, and I just got, I can't even open it, it's so dried up. I just got a 100-point perk of this mascara because I liked it so much. This size would retail for $12.86. There's quite a lot of product in here, and I really like the wand on this one more. It looks similar to the Makeup Forever one, so it must just be down to formula as to why I prefer this one. Actually, so when I hold it like this, it looks the same, but when you turn it a little bit, you can see that on this side the bristles are longer and on this side they are shorter, and that must make a difference. When I look at my I don't notice a huge difference with mascara wands when I'm just like using them every day, but now that I'm like comparing all the ones I use throughout the year, it's weird that such a small difference actually makes a difference on your lashes. The last mini mascara I used up was this. My camera stopped recording. I'm going to talk about this one again. This is the Tarte Tarteist mascara. This would be valued at $13.04. This has a similar wand to the MAC one. It's a really spiky plastic bristle wand. Not my favorite. I find these really irritate my eyes when I apply them, so when I got the full size of this particular mascara in a BoxyCharm this year, I actually gave it to my mom, and I think that she liked it. It was a decent formula. It was really black and like a wetter formula. It is called the Lash Paint. I don't know if that makes a difference, but because of the wand, it's not something that is my favorite. I much prefer the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes to the Tarteist one. Now moving into the 5 full-size mascaras I used 2 high-end and 3 drugstore. So starting with the L'Oreal Voluminous Feline mascara, this is valued at $12.99. And this is what that wand looks like. It's also a plastic bristle wand, and it's kind of like staggered. It's really weird. I don't know. This is not my favorite mascara. It didn't do anything too fantastic. It did give me like long wispy type of lashes. Like, I wouldn't call this voluminous. It was more like defining and lengthening in my opinion. The Maybelline Colossal Big Shot retails for $11.99, and I really did like this one. It has a natural bristle wand. As you can tell, those are my favorite, and it has a bit of a tapered shape, and this gives really black voluminous lashes, so I like this one a lot more. This was one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This retails for $9.99. Not really sure what the price difference is for, like, between these two. They're in the same packaging and everything, but whatever. This does have a plastic bristle wand, which is why I was surprised I liked it so much. It has really long bristles on this side and short bristles on this side. So what I would do is apply the first like coat with the short bristles to really make sure you packed on a lot of mascara and then combed through them with the longer bristles to make sure there are no clumps. This gives me length and volume. I really loved this, but Maybelline is not cruelty free. I do have one more of these mascaras in my collection to use up though. Lastly, I have two high-end mascaras. These I just finished up at the end of December. The Wander UnLashed mascara retails for $29, and I did like this, but it's nothing special, nothing I would repurchase. It has a natural bristle wand with a curve to it, a bit similar to the Lancome one, but this is not scented, so if you liked the brush on the Lancome Hypnose Drama, maybe try this one if the scent bothered your eyes as well. I also really like the tube of this because I felt like when things were starting to feel a little dry, I would just kind of mash it up a little bit and then I'd get more product on the brush. But I've had this open for 6 months, so it's time for it to go, and I got a ton of use out of this. The Tarte Lifted mascara, this is in the shade Black Brown, I believe. Or maybe just brown. This is the first time I've ever used a brown mascara and I didn't hate it. When I was going for like really minimal makeup, like brows, mascara, and a tinted lip balm or something, I liked using this one. It retails for $30, but this kind of irritated my eyes. Like it would make my eyes a little bit itchy. Not like insanely itchy, like a huge allergic reaction, but something in it was irritating my eyes a little bit. I still used it for 5 months because apparently I like to torture myself, but I didn't want to use it for 1 month longer to take it to the 6-month shelf life, especially since I used it so much. Like it is getting really dried out, so I'm going to consider this one done as well. So these are all of the makeup items that I used up in 2018. Again, this is valued at $382.23. I'm so excited to be doing a ton more project pans this year and use up way more makeup. My goal, I was erring on the side of like the side of caution, the easy side of things, underestimating. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. My goal for 2019 is to use up $500 worth of makeup products. I know a lot of people say $1,000, but when I watched their other empties, they've already used up like $700 or $800 in 2018. So I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna go with 500. I'm excited to hoard my makeup empties again this coming year, and I'm actually recording the value of all of my empties for 2019, but I won't be keeping all of my trash because that would be just excessive. Like this amount was easy enough to just keep in a little Ziploc baggie throughout the year for this video. Let me know if you're excited for that and how much makeup you used up in 2018, like what the dollar value was. I'd be interested to know. I'm excited to focus more. Obviously I used a lot of mascaras, but that's because like they go bad and dry out so quickly, especially these little mini ones. They only last for like a month of consistent use, so those aren't too hard. But I'm really proud of like the 2 foundations and the 2 primers. Even though they're minis, I have a ton of primers, so finishing 2 is really exciting. A full spray. I don't know. I'm just weirdly proud of this, if that makes sense. If you liked today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so that I know. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!